Hey everyone, Steve with Yukon again. Just wanted to have a little video about why would you bolt something together instead of welding it. I know a lot of people are used to welding pipe together to build their fencing and other things. And I'm not here to tell you welding is gone or anything like that. I'm just saying this is a much faster way to do it. It's an easier way to do it, and you get a lot of strength out of our system. We have a family of parts here that really work well together. And I just want to give you an example. You know, you look at something like this here. If you had to weld this together, you know, you'd have to be cutting the saddles for these to weld them together. It would take a while. And the people we've talked to, you know, the average price of these welders we hear is about $100 an hour. And they're doing about 2 to 3 connections in an hour. So it adds up really quickly. A lot of people have this stem pipe and other things out there. They just can't afford to weld it. And even if they can weld it themselves, it's very time consuming. And trying to get that top rail just perfect is a little bit tough, and there's some challenges to that. You know, you look at something like this. This is a 6-way connector. Imagine having to weld all that together. It would take some time. So the other thing I wanted to tell folks too is about the finishes. It's not just about time and effort, it's about the finish. If you wanted to build something galvanized, you can't weld it because you ruin the galvanized finish. Same with powder coat. If you wanted to powder coat something, you can't weld it. It'll ruin the finish. Everywhere you weld, it's going to rust. Now, if you're going for the natural finish, maybe that's not a big deal, but it's still a lot of time and effort to weld it up. It takes skilled labor, and if you have the skills, that's okay. But if you don't, it's expensive. And with our system, you can use a chop saw, a metal chop saw, and really cut your pipe to length and bolt it together. And we feel we're as good or better. And the other thing is too, it's permanent. Once you weld something together, it's fairly permanent. If you change your mind or want to make a change down the road, you're cutting and welding again. Our system, you unbolt it and make a change and bolt it back up together. So it works really well. Also, some of the folks we've talked to that, you know, have to get a welding truck out into the field for H-braces, for barbed wire, whatever the case may be, a lot of times they cannot weld in the summer. It's either against the law where they're at, or just the fire risk is too high. So bolting it together again saves you some of that, and you don't have to get that welding truck to those awkward spots. Anyway, thank you much. Bye.